Number 21, Missouri gets 23, LSU at home. LSU is a 4.5-point favorite. I'm not in love with that.
What do you think?
I think Brady Cook is going to have a field day. Look, he's a really good quarterback. He doesn't get as much of the media attention as other quarterbacks in the SEC and other quarterbacks around the country because he plays for Missouri. That's just kind of the reality of it whenever you go.
That works.
Yeah, when you go play there. Missouri is historic, or they hadn't even been in the SEC for that long, but in the time they've been in the SEC, minus the first year when they won the East, they're kind of been a bottom tier SEC East team down there with Vandy. So I think going to a school like that, a program like that, it kind of limits the amount of media attention you're going to get. But this is a really slept-on Missouri team with great receivers and a really, really, really solid quarterback in Brady Cook. We saw what Ole Miss did to LSU's defense last week. I think Missouri's offense is going to find themselves scoring 30, 35 points.
Is Missouri still undefeated?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of my take on it. Real crappy take, but kind of has some merit to it. Look what they did with Georgia last year, right? They came within 6 points of beating them. I think it was 29-23, something like that. Like, Missouri technically, not that it really matters and won't matter for long, has everything still to play for.
Oh, yeah.
They have Georgia almost, at least in – they almost beat Georgia last year, straight up. Well, they mess around and beat Georgia. They take this game, which, I mean, Vegas even has it at 4.5. That's not that big of an upset. They take this one. Their schedule looks decent, other than, of course, number one team in the country that they were close with last year. Bad matchup. So,
I know.
Who's your winner?
I'm going to take LSU to win. Okay. Because I think, again, I've said it before, LSU's got the number 4 scoring offense in the country, and outside of Caleb Williams, the most impressive quarterback play right now. Mm-hmm. Again, do I think Jayden Daniels is the number 2 quarterback in the country? No, but he's playing like it statistically. If there's guys I'd put ahead of, I'd put Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr. Outside Bo Nix, I'd probably put ahead of him right now. But outside of that, nobody in the SEC.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackson Dart, but even then.
But again, I'm not putting Jackson Dart ahead of Jayden Daniels right now. And also, I mentioned Missouri's got a couple good wide receivers. Brady Cook's really solid. I think when you go skill for skill, Jayden Daniels is better. I think you go the wide receiver room. I'm taking the tandem of Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Nabers.
Statistically, they have the best receiving room in the country.
Yeah.
LSU does. So, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And so it's interesting because the only question I have about this game is how many points is LSU's defense going to give up, and it seems to be that's the only thing Vegas is worried about as well.
Yeah, LSU.
Vegas set this line at 4.5, and I don't think it's 25-21 that they're talking about.
Hell no,
it's
bro.
Definitely like it's.
What's the over/under? Look at it.
Let's see.
Yeah, pull it up. I'll give you some filler, right? Shit. So I'm looking at this game, man, because LSU will score 40 points.
The over 64.5. Give me the over all day.
So they have us 34. They have that game in 34-30.
Yeah.
Or one more
35-31 somewhere in there. Yeah.
No, it won't be. It simply won't. Jayden Daniels had the best game, in his career. That was a career day last week.
400 yards through the air, 100 yards on the ground.
And not only that, gorgeous balls.
Yeah.
He was putting Brian Thomas, he was handing the ball to Brian Thomas 40 yards away in the end zone.
Yeah.
It was just gorgeous. But still lost. Like, that's truly how bad their defense is.
Yeah.
Looking at that, Missouri messes around and can put up, LSU is literally USC.
Yep.
If they end up scoring 40 points, LSU will probably beat them because they'll end up scoring more than that. But I'm never going to tell you, okay, hey, it doesn't matter how good your offense is. You give up 40, I'm never going to tell you I feel confident in you winning.
Yeah.
So even with a great offense.
Yeah. LSU scored 49 last week and lost.
Yeah. So now I don't think they do that again and lose. I think Ole Miss's offense is light years better than Missouri's.
Not light years.
Yeah. I think they're 14 points better than Missouri. But I think Missouri could easily put up 35, and I think LSU wins with a similar performance like last week. I think they put up 45, 49, same thing. So
I'm gonna lean.
But frick, man.
I'm gonna lean somewhere between 38 and 45. I think LSU scores somewhere in that range. If they're in the 38 range, it's gonna be a nail biter for LSU fans.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree.
Yeah. So I do like LSU to win, but if you're not scoring 40, you are nervous if you're wearing purple and gold.